Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James A.C. Cooley. Wow, we got another fantastic show coming your way today. And this show that we got today is down my alley because I love working out. I love getting out hiking. I love the gym, and many times, we sometimes we get out there, we overdo it, or we could cause aches and pain, and sometimes injury to our joints and our body. Yeah, but then we have to have an understanding of how we can go about resolving some of these aches and pains, and even the more serious side, uh, you know, broken bones and etc. I mean, it all depends on how hard you work out. I got an expert that's going to come on the show today and just tell us about a lot of great things that she is doing on how we could protect ourselves from some of them, the state of the art mechanism for as what they are doing in society, especially with professional athletes and others. So I say sit back, grab you a couple bags of popcorn, get ready to learn, get ready to get inspired, because Dr. Lisa Corsa is going to bring it to us today. I tell you, wherever you're watching this platform at, whether you're watching on E360 television, Transverse TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, or over 35 of the live streaming mechanism, welcome to the show. And if you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is just go to whichever platform you're watching on, ask any question that you like, and I promise you I'll get you on the screen. So let me tell you a little bit about the title of the show is Tackling Weekend Workout Woes, with expert insights from Dr. Lisa Corsa. And the purpose of the show is getting to know the founder and chief psychotherapist at Premier Therapist Solution, which is Dr. Lisa Corsa. Discuss the new state of the arts and advice and treatment for healing most common sports injury, recovering from the routine aches, pain, and stress. And also discuss tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, hamstring injury, rotator cuff tears, and ankle sprains. Wow, we're gonna learn a whole lot today. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna bring Dr. Lisa on, and she's gonna tell us a little bit about herself and all the great things that she's doing. Yeah. So, how you doing, Doc? How you doing today?
Good afternoon. Thank you, Dr. Cooley. I really appreciate it. I'm doing great.
Hey, I tell you what, can you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit about you, where you grew up, and just how you got hooked on medicine and helping folks out?
Absolutely. So I'm originally from New York, the Big Apple. And then I live now in Boca Raton, Florida, South Florida. I own a private practice called Premier Therapy Solutions. And we are a sports medicine concierge rehabilitation practice. So we see all the weekend warriors. They come in and flood us on Monday with their injuries. And I got into it working with the Florida Gators as an athletic trainer, and I loved rehabbing injuries and getting the player back on the game. It was really the game, the court, the field. It was just kind of a thrill knowing that the body really can heal if you do the right recovery. We can definitely get you back on the court.
Wow. Did you always want to be part of the healthcare industry, or it just something that just hit you one day and you said, this is what I'm supposed to do?
Well, I played basketball in high school and I swam, and I've always been an athlete. So it's something I knew I always wanted to do. And I got injured myself as a kid, and I thought, I know the body can heal, and I got back on the court pretty quick. So I really was enthusiastic about researching, medicine, rehab medicine, the body, the human body, and anatomy, bones, muscles fascinates me and still does. So I love teaching. I'm a professor, adjunct, and I host a lot of students in my private clinic in Boca Raton. And we really just spread the message, about recovery, prevention, and that's what I'm here to talk to you about today.
So can you tell our viewers exactly what is a I guess a psychotherapist and what you all do?
Absolutely. So I am the chief doctor of physical therapy here at Premier Therapy Solutions. We offer physical therapy, sports medicine, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We do a lot of personal training that's very medical based. And we also do some manual osteopractic and osteopathic manipulation, functional medicine here at the facility. So this is a really kind of all-encompassing one-stop shop, if you will. We blend East and West medicine. Definitely we also have acupuncture, Pilates. So it's a really neat clinic. And I enjoy going to work every day. I'm practicing for 28 years, fixing injuries with a phenomenal team. And basically, these weekend warriors are out here, getting hurt, and someone's got to take care of them and educate them on what to do not to get hurt.
Yeah, so it sounds like you really love your profession. So what are some of the things about your profession that you just love, that you love just waking up and seeing these patients and clients, and what are some of the challenges that comes with this?
I can honestly say I put in very long hours, and I am so excited to go to work when the patient says, "You got me to walk again. I was able to go back on the golf course and it's been a year. I can't believe that I can play tennis and my elbow was broken for 6 months." So that's what moves me, giving people their independence, mobility again. Really, mobility and movement is medicine. And it excites me, the thank you cards, thousands of patients I've treated around the world. My company is global. I travel all over the world to patients. I'm a medical triage. So when you get hurt, I fly to you and help give you the advice. And knowing that I can put together a proper team to get you back in your life, or back, you could be an executive, with thousands of employees and you're out of work with a massive stroke or a broken leg. That's really what I get excited about. My thank you cards and seeing people walk again and move again is what really drives me.
So you travel around the world. You just got back from Japan, I think Italy and others. So how do folks locate you and know who you are? I'm talking about around the world and say, hey, I got to call Dr. Lisa.
Yes. So my company is called Premier Therapy Solutions, and you can see us on Instagram, Facebook, and Google. I also do have a YouTube channel. I host a lot of educational videos on there, especially people that have, no hope. I do give people hope. So I have a large clinic based in Florida, and they can absolutely go on our website, premiertherapysolutions.com, and locate me and my staff and send me a email about their issues. And then we do screenings and introductories as well.
Yeah. So are there any major challenges to what you do?
Well, I wish we could treat the world. I wish I could treat the masses. So, look, we're only, a small clinic here, and we treat one patient at a time. We do one-on-one therapy, which is very different and unique. And we almost have a little bit of an operating theater. There are multiple times that three of us are working on one patient. So we call it the rehab car wash. You're at the Formula One pit stop in my clinic. So we put you in a car wash. 3 or 4 people are working on you at once. So the challenges are, I wish I could treat more people, but I can't. So that's the reason I can't fly here and there and everywhere.
Wow. What type of clientele do you have? Is it just professional athletes or just people in general or et cetera?
What's fascinating and why I enjoy my work so much is, my clientele is actually right now here in my clinic. I have a 3-year-old baby with cerebral palsy who hasn't been able to move a limb her whole life. And she's been here in my, full day neuro intensive program. And after 6 weeks, she's starting to move her hand and her arm. And then I've got the professional athletes that come in between matches, games, tournaments. And then I've got 90-year-olds that have had a total hip and a total knee replacement, and they want to get back to pickleball. So it's just fascinating. Not only do we do sports medicine, but we also do neurological. You know, people that have suffered intense strokes and the body's paralyzed, people that have suffered Parkinson's disease. So it is a variety of orthopedic plus neurological conditions. And truly, every orthopedic patient is neurological, and every neurological patient has orthopedic issues. So they really blend hand in hand. And, you know, I wish there was this magic recipe. No, you have to individualize treatment for sure. And that's really what we're good at. Diagnostics and diagnosing. I'll spend several hours with you looking and dissecting your medical records. You know, people go to like 13 different doctors and everyone says different things and no one comes up with a root cause. So I take a lot of time figuring out the root cause, and then we come up with a, you know, my Corsa method, the Corsa algorithm, and then I give you a prescription and tell you how long it's going to take. Sometimes people are here an entire year. They stay every day for a year, and we change their life.
That's what it's all about, is, you know, changing lives and, you know, educating all of us and making sure that we understands that sometimes the body need that professional help in order for us to continue to perform at our best. You know, we got to take a station break, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk a lot more with Dr. Lisa Corsa. If you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments, wherever you're watching this at. Ask her any questions, and I promise I get it on the screen. It's your life. We'll see you shortly after the break.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, or hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, you know, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Hello, welcome back to It's Your Life. I tell you, this is such an interesting topic because we all get injured and we all need treatment and we all need sometimes professional help in order to perform at our our best. And so we got Dr. Lisa here who's getting ready to break it down, and especially when we become injured. And we're going to talk about some of the state of the art equipment that they're using to help resolve a lot of injuries or help with therapy and etc. So I tell you what, you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is just go to whichever platform you're watching this on, ask any question that you might have, and I promise you I'll get you on. Dr. Lisa, so the topic of today's show is dealing with discussing the state of the art devices and treatment for common sports injury. Why is this so important to you?
Well, there's just so many injuries. The number one emergency room visit in the United States is a sprained ankle. Everyone's doing it. And we sit here and say, why does this keep happening? Why are people tripping, falling, or rolling their ankle? So I feel like these topics really are important because you sprain your ankle, you're out 6 weeks. You can't walk, you've got pain, swelling, it impacts the family, impacts work. And these are injuries that can be prevented. And if you have the proper recovery devices, you can get back to work or the court so much faster. That's why this is an important topic to talk about.
So before we discuss some of the common sports injury, please tell us about your therapy, your clinic, Premier Therapy Solution, and how did you get this started?
Premier Therapy Solutions is located in Boca Raton, Florida. We are a full service medical concierge rehabilitation center. We offer physical therapy, manual osteopath, dry needling, medical massage therapy, all holistic types of therapy. Everything you need to get your injuries fixed. And it's a really unique clinic. We do fly all over the world. We go on location, solving complex medical cases. I just got started really years ago, 28 years ago, I'm practicing. And I got started just with one patient who they couldn't figure out what was wrong. Had been to 15 different doctors, multiple opinions. No one got to the root cause of her problem. And it just took a lot of time and patience. And I figured it out. I read all the medical records. I did a full exam and I focused and got to the proper algorithm to get her fixed. And after that, I said, well, I love the human body. I want to keep doing this for people. And I built a really phenomenal facility here in Florida. So we have a lot of great people that come. I see sports injuries, professional athletes, pediatrics, and even our wonderful 90-year-olds who are still moving and walking every day.
So you combine holistic with modern day medicine both together. Tell us about some of those holistic medicines. I know you mentioned dry needling in a second.
Yes, so we definitely have a lot of holistic medicines here. We do dry needling, trigger point therapies, cupping. We also use an incredible product, which we're going to talk more about, called the Revive Recovery Device. It's by Mueller, who is a just wonderful company that I've known for so long, backed by science, evidence-based, and it's a recovery device that helps assist getting you back on the game. And we'll talk more about that because it is used in every single one of my treatment protocols, whether it's a sprained ankle, a torn rotator cuff in the shoulder, you got tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, people are getting carpal tunnel, texting neck, you name it, I see it. In these recovery devices we use here, not only just with our hands medically, but I have a lot of laser therapies at the clinic, electrical devices that can get you back on the game.
Wow. So you mentioned that strength, conditioning, nutrition are the best tools for combating sport injury. How should the weekend warrior prepare themselves for 2 or 3 days of high intense physical therapy activities?
Bottom line, why are people getting injured? One, they're not stretching. People do not stretch enough. We'll go work out, we'll walk on the beach, we'll go for a swim, but rarely is anyone stretching themselves. Guess what? We offer a full stretch class. We will stretch your body because we know, look, professional athletes have professional stretchers. Why can't the weekend warrior have that? Well, absolutely. At our clinic, and there's multiple clinics around the United States that do offer this. So you should investigate some of these places. Stretching is a key to preventing injury. Number 2, hydration. We're a dehydrated nation. We need to be drinking our water, constant water bottles. I drink 8 of these a day. You absolutely need to be drinking water, water, water. And that's the problem. We're chronically dehydrated. And so it can cause our muscles to tear, stretch, overstretch, pull. Number 3, we're sleep deprived. We're not getting enough sleep. The problem is the average American really needs 8 to 10 hours of sleep. We're reading our iPads at night. We're looking on the TV, our cell phones. We are not able to focus. And that's a real problem. We really need 8 to 10 hours of sleep in order for the body to heal. Number 4, exercise. 7 days a week, the Surgeon General says. It's not 2 days, 3. You got to get out and move every single day. Minimum of 30 minutes. I tell my patients 1 hour a day. You have to do it. Take the stairs. When I just flew to Japan, I was probably the only one in the airport walking up the stairs, and I never took an escalator. Never. Even with my luggage, because I knew that I needed to walk those stairs. And number 5 is recovery. We're not spending enough time in recovery devices. There's a lot of devices out there to get rid of the swelling, ice, heat, compression, and that's important. Preparing the tissues for the next day. And then we'll talk a little bit more about which devices I use.
Wow. You really laid it out there. I mean, because all of those things, many of us are guilty of not doing those things, especially me when it comes to the stretching portion. So, but yeah, I believe that everything that you just went over are so important, and we all need to incorporate those things in our everyday life, so that we could feel better and perform at our optimum level. So let's discuss the types of sports injuries that you treat most often in the clinic. I know you had mentioned elbow, a little bit tennis elbow. You mentioned that. What
Yeah.
is it, and what is the treatment of tennis elbow?
So, all you weekend warriors out there, tennis elbow is inflammation and tendonitis in the tendons of the elbow. So, there's tennis elbow and there's golfer's elbow. They're actually both just as common. I see equally both. And what is really the root cause is gripping. We're all gripping. We're using our iPads. We're using our keyboards and our iPhones. So we're overusing the tendons in our hand and our elbow, which causes, tennis elbow or golfer's elbow. Basically, tennis elbow is on the outside of your elbow, and golfer's elbow is pain that occurs on the inside of the elbow. It's really very similar injury, and it's treated the same. I like to use the acronym RICE: rest, ice, compression, and elevation. So you want to try to rest the injury. So you've got to stop gripping the steering wheel, gripping the doorknobs or your jars, peanut butter jars, bags. That gripping is a problem. Gripping your tennis racket or your golf club. You must stop and rest. Number 2 is ice. I really believe that ice for the first 48, 72 hours to reduce inflammation is excellent and very, very helpful. You never really want to apply ice on the skin. They sell a lot of like elastogel packs, over the counter. You can apply with a little towel, and that's very effective. And then we talk about compression. Compression is the key. So the Revive recovery device is a phenomenal device by Mueller that you can actually purchase and put on your elbow. And it squeezes the fluid out of the joint, which reduces inflammation and improves circulation to promote faster healing times. And then elevation, E. You know, you don't really want your arm dangling down because then the fluid pools down. You want to keep it up at night. When you're going to sleep, you elevate your arms. That's really my acronym for a lot of these injuries. And then you want to contact your local physiotherapist. We are doctors of movement disorders, and we fix these things. Using the Mueller recovery device, you can get this injury better in 2 to 3 weeks instead of the typical 8 to 12 weeks.
Wow. Yeah, so I never knew that. Yeah, okay. What's the difference between tennis elbow injuries and golfer elbow injuries?
Well, they occur about the same rate. Tennis elbow occurs with a gripping force, and it occurs on the outside of your forearm. So if you're looking at your forearm, it occurs at your elbow on the outside. Golfer's elbow occurs on the inside of the elbow near the pinky side. And it's similar. It's a bad pain that you get when you're gripping, or you might even be buttoning your shirt or, you know, squeezing something. And it's a very similar injury, but it's just the location.
So you treat that the same way as you do with the
tennis elbow and golfer's elbow are definitely treated the same way, but it's just a different location. And we use a lot of our manual therapy techniques. I even use a lot of Kinesio tape by Mueller is one of my favorite products. And we tape elbow injuries to try to reduce pressure off the joint. It's a wonderful product that can help reduce inflammation and pain.
How long an expectation that the tennis player or the golf player are going to be down once they come in and start treatment?
Typically, with a golfer's elbow, they can be out, 4 to 6 weeks. And telling a golfer you got to stop golfing for 6 weeks is terrible. They're not happy. I tell them if they focus on the right recovery devices and they get the proper treatment by a physiotherapist, and use these devices, recovery, revive, they can be back in 2-3 weeks easy. I've gotten them better much quicker.
Wow, that sounds exciting. So I'm sure that a lot of golfers and tennis that are watching this show, they're picking up all of this, and I'm sure they know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to those type of injuries. And we got to take a station break, but we're going to come back and we're going to pick it up from here. So if you want to be part of the conversation, just go to the platform that you're on, ask any question that you might have. It's your life. We'll see you shortly after the break.
I never wanna leave. Yeah, I'm right where I wanna be. We got something you and me, and I can't get rid of this feeling. Just like a magnet, we're just like a magnet. The things we have can't be taken for granted. Now I know that it has always been you. I can't help it, I'm so drawn to you. Just like a magnet, we're just like the magnet. The things we have can't be taken for granted. Now I know that it has always been you. I can't help it, I'm so drawn to you. Hey, I'm so drawn to you.
Hello, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley from the United States of America, and I am here to just say, first of all, I'm so happy and honored to be honored to be in the Coffee Book 2023, Unified Brain Z and the other organizations. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this collection.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. And I tell you, Dr. Lisa educating us because we all suffer injuries, even when we're not a professional athlete and we're getting out here doing certain things. And it's I think it's great to know how to treat this or even know how to go get treatment by getting in touch with her. She said she would fly out wherever you at to take care of you. So Dr. Lisa, I want to pick it back up with I know we were talking about injuries, elbow, golf injuries. What's up with hamstring injuries, and what exactly is that, and what are your recommendations for treatment?
Well, the biggest United States craze right now is pickleball. Everyone is doing pickleball. And it's very common. I'm seeing an influx of pickleball injuries really in the hamstrings. So when they go to lunge for that ball, they end up tearing the muscle in the back of the leg, which is what a hamstring injury is. It's a strain of the muscle. And there are actually 3 muscles in the back of the leg, and they're called the hamstrings. So with this injury, it's a lot of pain. You end up limping, inflammation, swelling, and it's very difficult. You get pain sleeping. And really and truly, what do we do for that? Again, rest. We do a lot of soft tissue to push the blood flow, and improve that. We do ice. Ice packs are key. Get that inflammation down. And then I use this Revive recovery device, which I'm really a big fan of. The Revive device here is a recovery device by Mueller that has a hamstring component. So you strap the device on your leg, and then again, it should be prescribed by a physiotherapist or your physician, although you can buy it through my website, and you put it on your leg and it pushes all that swelling out of the, bad tissue, the inflammation that's sitting in the muscle, and it expedites the recovery. It's a wonderful product. Mueller is an American product, been around for, 50 plus years, family-owned business, backed by science. I'm all about, there's stuff out on the internet everywhere, and a lot of the stuff you just don't trust. As a scientist myself, I really, practice what I preach. I test all of these products before I put them on my patients. They work. They absolutely work. So that is the Revive. Someone was asking, what is that recovery device? It's Mueller.com Revive Recovery, and it's a device that is different levels. They have one for the shoulder. It's like a case that you put on, and you put it on your body, and it will help reduce inflammation.
So this Revive device, and what you just showed, that device won't fit the shoulder, or is it just for the knee only, or do you have to have a different device for each portion that you have problems with?
That's a great question. The Revive recovery device has different body parts. They sell the shoulder, the knee, the elbow, the ankle and foot. So they're very clever. They've made all different sleeves that you can put on. It's connected by a hose, and then you press the dial. You can even take it on the airplane. So when you get off the plane, your legs are not swollen. If you're taking these long haul flights, you get swollen legs, ankles, and it really gets rid of all that inflammation and you feel fresh. And now we're using it with a lot of post-operative conditions, total knee replacements, total hip. We've got a lot of weekend warriors that just got their knee replaced or their hip replaced. Young people are getting these surgeries, 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds. This device works. So we use it post-operatively day one out of the operating room. And it really helps to expedite recovery. We'll get you walking on day one after they're using the recovery device.
So how long have this device been around? Because I just had a hip replacement not too long ago, and it seemed like this was something that I could have used.
You're right. It is fairly new. It's only been out a few years. They've done almost, multiple 5 to 7 years of testing, multiple tests. They're really a scientific based company. So we just started, marketing the last year or two. And in my opinion, it should be in all these hospitals. These physicians, your orthopedic surgeons should be prescribing these devices for home use. There's no question. I've been using it about a year in my office, and I've seen a dramatic improvement in the recovery. Patients are reporting less pain, less swelling. They're getting up and walking easier. It's a game changer.
So so it's more of a compressor type. Do it work in conjunction with any other devices that you recommend?
Exactly. It is a compressive device. It's intermittent pneumatic compressive, and it's gradiated, which means there's a larger grade as it moves up so that it releases the compression to improve the lymphatic drain flow. I use the Revive recovery device, concomitant with other modalities in my office, laser therapies, electrical stimulation therapies to reduce pain. I also use it in my office with ice. I might be icing part of the limb while we put the recovery device on. So it's wonderful. And it's portable. You can literally, it's battery. You can, put it in your car. I put it on the airplane. It's definitely just, you've got truck drivers that are driving, 14 hours and their legs are swollen. They've got a brand new back device that goes along the low back. Do you know that low back pain is the #1 cause of disability in the workplace in the United States? Everyone has low back pain. Everyone. And this Revive recovery device is phenomenal to preventing low back pain. I'm standing working over patients all day. So at the end of the day, I strap on the Revive device on my low back, press it on, 50 millimeters of mercury, and it squeezes my muscles and it feels great.
Can you tell our viewers again how they can go about getting this device and which, if they have certain body issue parts, you can name what the device do for those parts?
Absolutely. So if you go on my website, www.premiertherapysolutions.com or ptviphealth.com, you will see me using the Mueller recovery device, and you can order it through my website or the Mueller.com website. It is Mueller.com. And they do, not only do they sell the Revive device, they have thousands of braces, tennis elbow braces, golfer's elbow braces, a lot of recovery braces, sports medicine tape, as I was showing you. Their tape is wonderful. And, it would depend on which body part you purchase. Clearly, if you've got tennis elbow And golfer's elbow, you want to buy the elbow sleeve. If you just rolled or sprained your ankle, like everyone's doing, you'll get the ankle sleeve, and it pushes that fluid. And when you get all that black and blue and bruising, it's gone after using this device. 1 or 2 days, that bruising is gone, and you're really not limping anymore.
What is the price point for a device like this?
It's a wonderful price point. You've got some of these devices that are $5,000, $10,000. This is running under $1,500, anywhere between $1,000 to $1,500. It's a very lightweight portable device. And depending on, the body part you choose, each sleeve's a little more expensive. The larger sleeves are a little more expensive, but they're incredible. So, an inexpensive device, in my opinion, and sometimes they do promotions and can get as low as $800. But like I said, it's a travel device. It's a warranty, Mueller.com. The company is based in America, made in America, just a wonderful company and been around forever.
Do you know whether if insurance companies are working with Mueller, and for some of the patients that they come?
I know that the company is working hard to get insurance reimbursements for post-operative surgery, your knee replacement, your hip. That is in the works right now. So depending on your insurance company would depend. I don't know exactly, but I know they are working. That's our goal. I think it should be, every insurance company should be giving these, not only to professional athletes, even your grandmother. I've noticed people that, some of the elderly that are having falls or balance issues, falls among the elderly is one of the most common issues. My grandmother fell and broke her hip. We're using the Revive recovery device on the legs to reduce the fluid and get the fluid out, and it can help improve balance. Because a lot of times you can stumble when you've got fluid in the legs because your joints don't move right. So, the Revive recovery device, if you use on your grandma at night, can help her legs and her circulation. So it's not just for injury, it's also for prevention. And I highly recommend it.
Wow, it sounds like a magnificent device. And but we got to take a station break. We'll come back and finish talking about that and talk about any other state of the arts equipment out there that you all might be using. So if you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is go to the platform that you're watching show on, ask her any questions that you might have. I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break. Options, Opportunities, Lasting Choice Program. Our primary mission is to help build a foundation of our youth and young adults and communities. And we encourage everyone to dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. And the way that you do that is, first of all, you got to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to know that you are here for a purpose. You also have to be able to step out your comfort zone and do things that you probably didn't think that you can do. Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and my absolutely fantastic guest today, Dr. Lisa Corsa, is educating us on a lot of things that are associated with our joints and pain and injuries, and how her company is helping others to recover, and some of the new device state-of-the-art equipment out there that they're using to help speed up the recovery. And it's interesting. We were talking about the revised system. I want to pick it back up with that because that seems like a very interesting system and therapy that you all utilize. So Lisa, can you pick and tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. So the Revive recovery device has multiple applications. There are patients out there, people out there that are suffering just from basic sports injuries, orthopedic injuries, and it's a device that you can put on your shoulder, elbow, wrist, knee, hip, after your hip surgery. And it helps to get rid of the fluid, and it promotes healing, reduces pain, swelling, inflammation. So it's just a fantastic device. I really highly recommend it. It's called the Revive Recovery. It is a portable device you can take anywhere with you. And the Mueller Sports Medicine Company, has over thousands of products that are good for recovery. Let's face it, to, prevent injury, you really have to focus, on the recovery aspect. You've got to stretch. You got to get the tissues prepared for the next day. So this device helps to remove fluid and keep the tissues limber, the muscles soft, reduce fluid. Very important.
So a lot of this therapy, there's a lot of it available at your office where people can come by. They're in the area. I know you have mentioned something about you fly overseas and etc. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, many people have called me the Navy SEAL of rehab medicine. I will fly anywhere and get people better, get to the root cause of your problem. Me and my team, we go on location, and that's why I love devices that are portable. I just put it in my suitcase and put it on the airplane, and it's fantastic. Premier Therapy Solutions is a unique international medical concierge company, and we specialize in rehabilitation of orthopedic and neurological injuries. So, these devices are not just for the weekend warriors. They're also very good for Parkinson's patients or patients that have suffered a stroke. Sometimes the tissues get real tight, and with stroke patients and you've got paralysis, the arm doesn't move or the limbs difficult moving, the Revive recovery device and a lot of the modalities I have here can help expedite recovery. They have a really unique HydroWorks therapy heated pool. It's heated to 90-degree temperature, and it's got even an elevator that brings you up and down with a treadmill inside the pool for you to walk. So we walk the patient, we get them moving, get the blood flow, and then we get them out, put them on the table, and we use that recovery device to push all the fluid and get the body back in action.
So you mentioned recovery many times. Could you explain to our viewers and our listeners what is meant by recovery and what is a proper recovery?
Absolutely. I will tell you there's the top 5 principles for recovery. If you want to recover fast and recover smart, number 1, you need to be hydrated. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Proper recovery needs hydrated tissues. Number 2 is stretching. Absolutely, if you'd like to recover fast, You need to keep the tissues limber. Stretch. Make sure your muscles are not tight. That's really, really important for recovery. Number 3, visit your local physiotherapist, your local physical therapist that can actually mobilize your tissues, perform medical massage, stretch your neck, stretching your muscles, working out the fluid. I will tell you, visiting someone like us is really one of the key components to getting your recovery. You know, we all go to the doctor, and get checkups. How come we're not going to our physiotherapist for our musculoskeletal and body checkups? We look at your bones, your muscles, your joints, your tendons, your nerves. We assist in recovery. The other important piece that I'm talking about all day is the Mueller recovery device. So the Revive Recovery, which you can get on my website, Premier Therapy Solutions, or at Mueller.com, is a phenomenal device that helps in recovery. It's a compression device that you apply onto the shoulder, elbow, ankle, knee, any joint, and you put it on for 20 to 30 minutes and you lay there, and it really pushes the fluid out. It's phenomenal. And the last part of recovery is sleep. We all need proper sleep. Get off those iPhones and those TV shows and get to sleep. Sleep 8 to 10 hours a night. That's really important. Don't drink caffeine late and don't exercise late. They will impair your sleep habits. Definitely use proper sleep hygiene. Stop using electronics. Once you sleep better, you'll recover better.
Wow. We're down to about the last 3 minutes of the show. What are some of the takeaways that you want our viewers and listeners to get from this absolutely fantastic interview?
I want to tell you that movement is medicine. Continue to get out and move every single day. Stop making excuses. Mobility and movement is longevity. You want to live long and live healthy, you absolutely need mobility. So the Revive Recovery device helps to assist in keeping the joints mobile. Very, very important. And food is medicine. Let's make healthy food choices. Stop doing the sugar. Let's really focus on good foods, plant-based medicine. Let's eat healthy. Stop doing fast food and cook your food. Eat all the colors. So please, movement, and don't forget that food is medicine.
So how can people get in touch with you if they want to enlist your services, learn more about the stuff that you do, and improve their knowledge and understanding?
Thank you. So you can visit my website at premiertherapysolutions.com, or you can contact me through email, lisa@ptviphealth.com. You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Dr. Lisa Corsa. I do some YouTube videos, very informative, educational, and you can absolutely feel free to email me, lisa@ptviphealth.com. You can get in touch with me in Boca Raton, Florida. Come visit us in sunny Florida and stay here for a fabulous vacation and get your body fixed.
Wow. Lisa, this has been a absolutely fantastic interview with you, and the education was phenomenal. And, so I want to thank you for taking the time to come on the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. And, I think we need to continue to educate the public and talk to them about the state-of-the-art equipment that's out there to help keep everybody healthy. So I want to thank you so much. I got to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely fantastic show. But most importantly, I'd like to thank our listeners and viewers for tuning in to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life. Always remember to dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. We'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. It's Your Life.